Hello everybody, welcome to Majesty's House of Music. I'm Emmanuel, and as usual, if you are watching me for the first time or you have never subscribed to our channel before, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button because you'll always be updated when we release free lessons. And many of you have been requesting me to do a full course in the key of G sharp or F flat. Surprisingly, most people in South Africa play in the key of G sharp or F flat. I don't know why every region has a key which is common to them. But we finally have a brand new course, an advanced course in the key of G sharp or F flat. So if you want that course, please, I'll put the link to my website below this video. Kindly go and click the link and look at the content of the course. And I also put my email and my WhatsApp number. If you can't order the course directly on the website, you can also get directly to me. Okay, now I'm going to post some extracts of the course, some clips here and there, so that you can just have a preview of what to expect if you decide to order the full course. Now, for those of you who can't order our courses, we'll keep posting free lessons on this channel. But for those of you who want to go deeper in your learning, especially during this quiet time, please consider visiting our website. We have so many courses in the key of F sharp, in the key of F, in the key of G, in the key of C, in the key of C sharp. And as people continue requesting other keys, we are always developing courses. So let's go just briefly and look at some of the extract of the F flat or the G sharp course that we've just released, and I want you to watch until the end. So welcome to the last chapter of our course on the key of A flat. Now for this, I decided to break the song Lamb of God by Neizimu featuring Benjamin Dube. So it's a simple song. If you listen to the first version, it started from F sharp, went to G, went to A flat, and then finally to A. Okay, so I decided to break it down on the key of A flat. Okay, so yeah, the version is featuring the late Neizimu and Benjamin Dube. There is another version, but I won't be breaking down that version. I'll be breaking down the first version. So it's simple. So I basically started on the one. So okay, so that's A flat, E flat, then A flat, B flat, C, E flat, and A flat. Yeah, A flat at 9, that's the one. Then so this is my melody. That's F, G, 6, 7, then to the 2. So that's B flat, F, A flat, then C, C sharp, A flat, okay? Then to the 3, okay, then
That's C, A flat, then I have B flat, E flat, and A flat. Okay, then to the 6. So that's F, A flat, then I have E flat, A flat, and C sharp. That's a quarter chord on my right hand. Then to the 7, G, B flat, then F, B flat, E flat. Okay, then I went to the back to the 1. Okay, I showed you this in the previous section. Okay, you can do that just to make it sound a little bit better. Yeah, so I'll just show it again. A flat, F, then B flat, C sharp, E flat, A flat. Then drop the C sharp to the C, then drop the F to the E flat. Okay, so first part. Okay, then to the 2 again, the same 2 chord, then to the same 3 chord. Okay, then so you 1, 2, 3, then 6, 7, 1, then 2 again, the same chord, then 3, then ta-da. So this is my melody. Ta-da. So that's A flat to B flat, that's the 1 to the 2. Then this chord, that's the 7. So G, F, and B flat, then D, F, A, C. Okay, so that's what I call the major 6 over the 7. Or maybe you could play it rootless. So that's F, A, B flat, D, then F, A, C. So the bass player will give you this G note. Okay, then to the 3. So E, A flat, B flat, then E, A flat, C, and E flat. Okay, so that's for the rootless players. For those who want to keep the root, just play it like this: C, E, B flat, then E flat, A flat, C, and E flat. Okay, so if you don't want to keep the root, play it like that. Or if you want to keep the root, okay, so that's the 7, 3, then 6. Okay, so that's E flat, G, A flat, and C, then E flat, G, and B flat. Okay, so that's the rootless voicing. If you want to play it with the root, just move the E flat up to the F, really. So F, G, A flat, and C. So that's the 6. Okay, then from the 6 we went to the 7. I played that as my 7 chord. So G, F, then B, E flat, G, and B flat. Okay, then I did something like, okay, so I start with this chord, G, F, then A, C, E, G. Okay, then I just move each tone up by a semitone. So I have A flat, F sharp, then I have B flat, C sharp, F, and A flat. Okay, so then you just drop these two, B flat down to A and C sharp down to C. So you have that chord. So A flat, F, then A flat, F sharp, then A, C, F, and A flat. Okay, so okay, then that's the next chord, F sharp, C, F, and B flat. Welcome to Majesty's House of Music. I think this should be chapter 5 or something. Yeah, this should be chapter 5 of our course on the key of A flat. Now, we covered diminished chords in the previous section. We've covered movements based on major chords, minor chords, combinations. So now we'll be looking at suspended chords, suspended 2, suspended 4. Okay, so let's get right into it now. This is an A flat major chord. Okay, it looks like that: A flat, C, and E flat, right? Now if I drop this C, which is the 3rd on my scale, so 1, the C to the 2, which is B flat. If I have something like this, now that becomes an A flat suspended 2. Okay. Okay. Now, if I have the major chord and I sharpen the C to the C sharp, which is pretty much the 4th on my scale, on my major scale. Okay, so that becomes an A flat suspended 4. Okay. Okay, so those are the two kinds of chords we are going to be using, the suspended 2 and the suspended 4. Not just for the key of A flat, for pretty much all keys, yeah? So, normally we like to play the suspended chords in this format. That one, okay? So you have E flat, A flat, B flat, and D flat. It's just that you have the same note on top and on the bottom, yeah? It's pretty much an extension, yeah? So it's this, but I have the E flat at the bottom. This is the format we like to use while playing suspended chords, okay? So now that you have the theory behind what a suspended chord is, so let's okay, so let's get right into this. How do you use suspended chords on the key of A flat? I will start with the basic theory for the 1 to the 7. Okay, normally we don't use a suspended chord for the 5 using this theory, okay, but we could use other suspended chords for the 5. So we don't normally use one for the 5. Yeah, I think it's just the 5. Yeah, so let's start from the 1 which is your A flat. So the first the suspended chord you use alongside the 1 is the F suspended 2 chord. Now we like to play it like this, so that you have C, F, G, and C. Then on your left hand you can have something like this: A flat, F, and G, or maybe F and A flat and G. Yeah. So that you have such A flat, F, and G. Then you have C, F, G, C. Okay. So that's for the 1. And if you use it on the 1, you can also use it on the sharp 1. So the sharp 1 is the A. So what actually changes is just this. You could just sharpen this to the A. Okay, so the rest remains the same. So you can have A, F, G, C, F, G, C. Okay, that's the sharp 1. So maybe if you wanted to play maybe the 1 to the sharp 1 to the 2. Okay, so you could do this. Okay. Okay, so the 1, the sharp 2, then the 2. Okay, so the same suspended chord you use for the 1 is the same use for the sharp 1, right? So I hope you got that correct. Then we have the 2. So you have B flat, G flat, and A flat. Then you have D, G flat, A flat, and D flat. Yeah, D flat, G flat, A flat, and D flat on your right hand. And I think it's the same one you could use for the sharp 2 as well. Yeah. Okay. So it's just this that changes. Yeah. So you could have B, G flat, A flat, then D flat, G flat, A flat, and D flat. Yeah. But I'll probably demonstrate once I show you the 3 chord. Yeah. Okay. Then we have the 3. The 3. So you have C, A flat, and B flat. Then you have E flat, A flat, B flat, and D flat. Yeah. 3. Yeah, that's the 3. So assuming you wanted to play like a 1, 2, 3, you could use suspended chords. So 1, 2, 3 to the 4 maybe. Okay, so 1 to the 4. So that's just the theory behind it. Then as long as you can use it on the 3, this one, you can use it on the 4 as well. So this is another voicing for the 4 you have already. Okay, so that's D flat, A flat, and B flat. Then you have E flat, A flat, B flat, and E flat. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just the bass line that changes. It's just like for the 2 or. Okay, so you could use this voicing for the 4. So maybe 1, 2, 3, then 4. Okay, so that shouldn't be complicated. Then for the 4, you also have another suspended chord you could use. Okay, not just this one, you could use this as well. Okay, so you have D flat, B flat, and C, then F, B flat, C, and F. Yeah, so that's also another suspended chord you could use with the 4. So assuming you use different suspended chords for them, if you played the 1 to the 4, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that's how it looks like. So D flat, B flat, C, F, B flat, C, and F. So that's how it looks like. Okay, then I said if you can use it on the 4, you can use it on the sharp 4. So, or the flat 5, yeah? So what changes is this. It's just the D sharp sharpened to the D. The rest of the notes are the same. So D, B flat, C, F, B flat, C, and F, okay? You can use it for the sharp 4 or the flat 5. Now, that one can be used to substitute maybe a major 2, okay? Like we were using the song Amazing Grace. Then you could, you see that? So instead of the major 2 or the minor 7 which I showed you, so we could use okay, so welcome to part 4 of our course on the key of A flat. So these are the advanced course, definitely. So we did we covered the minor 7 and the minor 4 and minor 5 movements, yeah? Or we covered such movements in the previous section. That was on movements based on minor chords. Now, for this one, we are going to do movements based on diminished chords. Yeah, diminished chords. So, well, definitely not just diminished, yeah, but let me say diminished 7th chords, because that is going to be my main focus. Okay, so a diminished chord looks like this. That's an A flat diminished chord, the A flat, B, and D. If you want to make it a diminished 7th chord, it looks like this, yeah, A flat, B, D, F. So that's the diminished 7th. And if you invert it, you get a B diminished 7th chord. If you invert it again, you get a D diminished 7th chord. Yeah? If you invert it again, you get an F diminished 7th chord. Okay? So these are just the same thing. Okay? They're just the same thing. So the A flat one, the A flat diminished 7th chord is the same as the B diminished 7th chord. It's the same as the D diminished 7th chord, and it's the same as the F diminished 7th chord. So based on that theory, we only have 3 sets of diminished 7th chords, because one constitutes of 4 keys. Okay, so the other one, maybe let's start from A. So it's A diminished 7th, it's C diminished 7th, it's E flat diminished 7th, and it's F sharp diminished 7th, or G flat diminished 7th. Okay, so okay, then the last set starts from B flat. So the B flat one is the same as the B flat, the D flat, the E, and the G. Those are the constituent keys. Okay, so D flat, E, G, invert it, becomes B flat again. Okay, so those are basically the 3 sets of diminished seventh chords we have, and we are going to be using them randomly everywhere. Okay. Okay. Oh, so let us start with a simple movement. Let's say a 7-3-6 movement. Okay. So I want to go to the 7, to the 3, to the 6. Now using diminished seventh chords. Okay, using diminished seventh chords. So what will I do? So just take a look and listen, and then I'll break this down. So okay, so that's the movement. Okay, so how does that sound? That sounds, it's not bad, yeah. So let's do this. So this, if you play that movement very basic, this is how it would look like. Okay, so that's G, F, then that's your 7, G and F on your left hand, then you have A flat, B, D and F on your right hand. Okay, so that's the basic way. Or maybe you can decide to make it a little bit more advanced, so you play the extension. It's still the same thing. So you have A flat, B, D, F and A flat. Okay, then so you can play this way, or, and again I said you can use any of the inversions. So you can play this, you can play this, it's the same thing. You can play this, you can even play this. Okay, but I normally like to use this, the extension. So the A flat, B, D, F and A flat, yeah, G and F on your left hand. Then to the 3, so C, E, then you have G, B flat, D flat and E on your right hand. Okay, extend it, so that's G, B flat, D flat, E and G. Okay, so you have this. Okay, so the 7, 3 to the 6. Okay, I remember teaching you this voicing for the 6. So you have F, E flat and A flat on your left hand. It's a long stretch, yeah. Or maybe F, G and A flat for those who don't want to extend. The F, G and A flat, yeah, or this. So then you have C, E flat, G and B flat on your right hand. Okay, so that's the 6, yeah. So the 7, the 3, the 6. You see how I played the 6 again? I played it with an A flat and 9 chord this time round. So that's F, E flat. Then I have A flat, B flat, C, E flat and A flat, yeah, on my right hand. Like I told you, I'll be using so many voicings for the 6 chord, the 4 chord, the 2 chord and even the 1 chord, yeah. So it's better you note them down or practice them so that you are familiar, so that you can change those voicings anytime you want to. So basically that's the movement. The 7, the 3, then the 6. Okay, so what did I do to make it sound like the way it sounded at the beginning? This is what I did, yeah. I did something like, you see that? I just did. You see what technique I'm using? It's like I'm playing each note on its own. Now for this 7 chord, I'm starting from the top. So it's like I'm doing, it's like I'm playing each note on its. That's what I'm doing. But you have to do it very fast. See that? Okay? So that's exactly what I'm doing. The 7. Then, so, okay? Then for the 3 chord, I'm starting now from bottom to top. So, okay? So that's G, B flat, D flat, E and G. I broke this down already. So for the 7 chord, start from the top. There. You see, I'm doing the same for the 6 chord. So I land on this left hand chord, the F, E flat and A flat, once I've reached the C note. So, okay. See that? So you don't have to go always top or bottom. You can choose. I could decide to go from top to bottom for both of them. Okay, welcome to our last chapter. That is our last teaching chapter for this A flat course. It's going to be our last teaching chapter. For the next chapters, we are going to be looking at exercises and application of all these things that we've learned. So we looked at quarter chords in the previous section. So in this section 7, we are going to look at augmented chords just a little bit. The basic kind of theory to help you just play your thing easier, make you sound more professional and all that. So I'll just get right into it. We are in the key of A flat. So this is what an augmented chord looks like. So we have a major chord, which is A flat, C, and E flat. Then if you want an augmented chord, like I've always said, you just sharpen the fifth. You have A flat, C, and E. And apparently, if you invert this chord, you will get the C augmented chord. And if you invert it again, you get the E augmented chord, just as they are written here, A flat, C, and E. So that means we have 4 sets of augmented chords. This is the first one, the A flat, C, and E. Okay. The second one is looks like this, the A, D flat, and F. Okay. Then we have the third one, the B flat, D, and G flat. Then we have the last set, which is the B, E flat, and G. Okay, so those are the 4 sets we have. If you invert the A flat augmented chord, you will always get the C augmented chord. Okay, if you invert the C augmented chord, you will get the E augmented chord. If you invert the E augmented chord, you come back to the A flat augmented chord. So basically that's what an augmented chord is. And did I talk of suspended and quarter chords? The augmented chord has pretty much almost the same theory. I normally like to use it for the flats. Okay, the flat 2 or the sharp 1, the flat 3 or the sharp 2. I like to use it for such purposes. So I'll just teach you the basic theory. Now, like I said, I like to use it for the flats. So I'll start with the flat 2 or the sharp 1, which is A in this instant. It's actually A. So as long as my bass line is A, I'm going to use it with a G augmented chord. And a G augmented chord looks like. So that's A, then we have G, B, and E flat. Okay. Okay, so assuming maybe I wanted to go to a 5 to a 1. Now you mostly use this in jazzy settings, songs that look kind of jazzy, or sometimes you can use it even in gospel, but you just play around with what you have to do. So I said I was moving from a 5 to a 1. So, and I'm playing my 5 like that with a D flat augmented chord on my right hand. Okay, so that's D flat, F, A flat, and C. Okay, then E flat, A flat, and B flat on my left hand. So, and then to the 1, which I'm playing as an add 9. Yeah, like I've always insisted. So A flat, E flat, A flat, B flat, C, E flat, and A flat. Yeah. So what would you do? I would maybe play the 5 there. Then I would pass through the flat 2 or the sharp 1 back to the 1. So just watch. See that? So then, so I basically use this augmented chord, the G augmented chord, I mean with the A bass line. So G, B, and E flat, but I extended it so it looked like this. Yeah. So G, B, E flat, and G again. Yeah. So I just did this, then I did this, and I did this. Okay, so in fact it was a jazz setting, you would actually finish with such a chord, yeah. A flat, E flat, that's A flat, B flat, C, E flat, and G. That's an A flat major 7 and 9, yeah. So you would hear things like, okay. So or maybe we could even add the C sharp note. So the A and D flat, then you have G, B, E flat, and G. Then back to the 1. Okay, so you would have such kind of things. So that's the flat 2 to the 1. I normally like to use it in a downward format, yeah. The next one is the flat 3 to the 4. The flat 3 back to the 2. So the flat 3 back to the 2 looks like this. Okay. So the B on your left hand, then you have A, D flat, and F on your right hand. You could even add the third of B. I like to call them spoilers, yeah. So you have B, E flat, then you have A, D flat, and F, yeah. So where do you use this? Let's say you wanted to play a 3 to the 6 to the 2, okay? Okay. So it's just a simple, that's a 5 over the 3, okay? So that's B flat, E flat, G, then over the C. That's A flat at 9 over the F. F and E flat, that is the 2. So B flat, A flat, then on my right hand I have C, D flat, A flat, okay? Okay, so okay, so that's the 3, 6, 2. So what would you do now with having in mind that augmented chord? So you would do the 3, then instead of going to the 6, now you'd play this augmented chord. Okay, so instead of going to the 6, you just play this augmented chord to the flat 3. So B, then A, D flat, F, then to the 2. And I used a different voicing for the 2. So I have B flat, E flat, F. Then I have A flat, C, and E flat. Okay, you could even use the C sharp. Okay. So I even used such a voicing, yeah. The B flat, E flat, F, A flat, D flat, E flat, yeah. So that's a 3 to the flat, 3 to the 2. So instead of going to the 6, so